Welcome back, guys. This is Todd Bartholomew here in bright, sunny Syracuse, Utah. We're going to show you today what comes inside of your Waterfowl Welcome Mat package. So for $25 right now online, we're going to give you a flock of decoys here, of shadows. What comes inside of them, you're going to get 3 drakes, you're going to get 3 hens, and as a bonus, we're throwing in a decal that you can put on your truck or car. Help us with a little advertising there. All right. Outside of the package, when you get your Waterfowl Welcome Mats, you open them up. We want to make sure we keep the reflection side nice and pretty for you in shipping. So we keep the covers on them. Reflection side. What we're going to show you today is how to apply them. Let's say that this is your lake or your pond out there, your duck hunting. I know you have to use your imagination, but you'll be all right. This is your decoy. We like to use the Texas rig out there, the double Texas rig. Makes your decoy visible much further away from higher altitudes and definitely from better angles. What you do, if this was strung up, you'd put your string through here, but today we're just going to show you fast. The double Texas rig, we put the shadow on one side of the decoy, then on the other side we'll put the reflection side. Both of these will attract the ducks, and again it gives it a better perspective from the air. Let's say you're a duck up there flying, and here in Utah we get them flying pretty high. I don't know about you guys out there, but a decoy, from the way you and I see them from the blind, we can see pretty good the profile of them. But up in the air, a decoy blends in really well with its natural environment, with the cattails and stuff, and you can't see them very well. Also, if you're the duck and that's the angle, you can see where, depending on where you're at flying, you might only have a sliver of what you can see up there. Well, the Waterfowl Welcome Mats solves that. As you can see up from the air, what happens is, if you're that duck flying, you're going to be able to see one more little detail. We used to hunt a lot with pintails, and I don't like these decoys anymore. No offense to you decoy manufacturers, but sometimes you guys make these so high that in the air, like they should be, that's a natural pintail sitting up there, but as they're sitting on the water, they bounce and they bob around, and a lot of times we'll get wind and they'll even tip over and blow themselves away, and I spend half my day chasing them. So this here decoy is about 35 years old. He looks so good because we never take him out. We leave him at home. No need to chase decoys when we're chasing ducks. Well, with the Waterfowl Welcome Mats, we've come up with this with our mats, and what they do is they stabilize the decoy. Well, we'll put a shadow on this side. So if we're out there duck hunting, we have the decoy out there, and it's a windy day, let's say, we'll put the shadow on him. Now, when he's on the water, he doesn't tip and turn. He won't flop over. He's got a better base on him. Oh, if it's real windy, he might give a little list to it, but he's not going to flip all the way over because of the mat on there. Some other things, when we're out there on a calm day, we've got the mats on there, either side, whether you put them on both sides or just one. With the mats out there, sometimes that wind will come up just a little bit and rock the decoy. One of the things that attracts the ducks more than anything is that big water ring that comes around the decoy, or comes around a live duck as he's floating by or swimming by. Well, with the Waterfowl Welcome Mats, that ring is not only wider, that water ring, but it's also more natural because it's not just this little tiny bob. And so with that, you can, again, the ducks are more attractive from further away, from higher altitudes, and they see those decoys and come on in. So happy hunting to you. You ought to get a set of these. Right now they're $25 on our website. Again, you get 6 drakes, 6 hens, and we don't have a lot of time to sit there and paint them and do those fancy things, although we'd like to. That'd be great. But as time goes on, those decoys get pretty matted and pretty messed up, and they just hard to see. Well, from the air, the duck, like I say, that blends in really good from the bird's eye view, and it is just difficult to see. Well, watch this. You take and put a Waterfowl Welcome Mat right onto that decoy that maybe is a little bit messed up or a little bit harder to see, or a little bit used, we'll call it. And now you've got the exact colors of the duck. You've got the bill color off the water. You got the right colors. You're not playing around. Now you're really hunting ducks. Another quick little deal, we've showed you the Texas rig on the male decoy, or the Drake. You can also put the Texas rig on there. And now again, from that high altitude, look at the shadow she's casting right there in our fake water. Now from the high altitude, now you're hunting ducks the way the ducks see it. You and I sitting in our nice little blinds, it's fun to see those decoys from the side. But way up high, that's not what they see. A little bit, you'll see those shadows, and then especially the reflections. You guys that hunt the diving ducks, I wish I had a diving duck decoy here, but you know on the water you'll have those big white fronts. You'll know as you sit in your blind that those big white fronts can be seen from a long distance. On our welcome mats right now, we have the mallard set. We're going to be coming out with other species for you, and those white fronts, when you look at them on the reflection, again, that's what the duck is seeing more from up there in the air, is he's seeing that reflection. If you don't have those, all you're going to be is sitting there slapping mosquitoes, maybe enjoying your nice sandwich, but me on the blind down from you with my Waterfowl Welcome Mats, or other guys with their mats. A couple other things with the Waterfowl Welcome Mats out there. Even if you buy the cheapest ammo like some of us do, we just want the gun to go bang and birds to fall every now and then. But even with the least expensive ammo, you're still about 18 to 20 bucks for a box of shells. You get into the nicer stuff, you can be easily $25, sometimes $30 for that real nice heavy shot. Well, a set of Waterfowl Welcome Mats, it's only $25. It'll get those ducks in closer. You'll be able to use less shells to fill your bag limit. Gentlemen, quit hunting the way that your granddaddy did and the granddaddy before you that. Hunt the way us Utahs do. Use those Waterfowl Welcome Mats. Get yourself a set online today. Soon they'll be coming to some stores. Unfortunately, there'll probably be a little bit more when that happens. So don't delay. Use them this year. And you can learn your calls. You can learn those good things, and that's all helpful. But at the end of the day, when that duck gets close, it's your decoys and the mats and the shadows that's going to make the difference. In the middle of the day out there in the morning, you'll see that there's shadows naturally on the water. But in the middle of the day, with the Waterfowl Welcome Mats, your spread will be the only one that has those shadows and a really good reflection. The ducks, again, are more attracted, and they'll come on in and set their wings and get closer. Be careful, though. You don't want those ducks to get too close. Have a happy hunting season, and I hope to see you out in the blind.